what we are doing in our Erasmus Plus project. So, if I may, Özge Özkulancı will be introducing Ertan Toy very briefly, and thank you very much.
Thank you. Ertan Toy is an internationally known communication designer. In the past, he worked as an art director in various advertising agencies, worked as a freelance designer, and lectured at different universities. He has been working as a faculty member at Yıldız Technical University Graphic Design Department since 2018. Toy works in the fields of extended reality, metaverse, artificial intelligence, communication design, user interface, and user experience design. He conducts research on the use of virtual reality and augmented reality technologies in the fields of art and design in the extended reality laboratory named Virtual Reality Lab, which he established within Yıldız Technical University in 2019. He is also a member of the Association of Communication Designers and the China International Design Educator Group. His works are in events held in different cities of Turkey and in 4 different continents around the world. It has been exhibited in countries such as USA, Russia, Mexico, Poland, England, China, and Iran. His designs are in the permanent collections of many museums. And recently, he has been conducting the Metaverse project, which is the Metaverse platform of Yıldız Technical University. The floor is yours.
Thank you so much for the presentation. Hello again to all of the audience. Today we will talk about a bit Metaverse. I will just give an introduction about the Metaverse and current situation, and after that I will show you our projects. So, can I share the screen right now? Okay.
Yes, you can, I believe.
Can you see the screen?
Yes.
Yes. Immersive Metaverse, actually, it isn't a new technology, but recently, in terms of the recent technology developments, we are talking about a lot because virtual reality has become available for the most of the people. So digital transformation is going on process right now around the world. This is my avatar. As you can see, all of the people who are interested about the metaverse need to create an avatar for them, and these avatars can be realistic or just a monster or whatever. So it really depends on the users. But if you want to use the metaverse platform, you have to have a digital versions of yourself. So how you can create a new avatar for yourself is Ready Player Me is one of the websites where you can create your own avatar and use different metaverse platforms. So if you want to create your digital twin or just a different kind of avatar, you can use this platform as I did to use in the metaverse platform. So what I'm doing recently, you mentioned about our projects, and my department is graphic department, and we have a reality lab, and I have a studio which we are working on artificial intelligence, art and design processes. This is our lab's video, so I can show you. Let me close it. So we are doing different kind of projects. We are doing VR projects. We are doing AR projects. This was one of the first prototype of our university metaverse. So we attended a lot of events with this platform. So we are using VR glasses, and you can use our platform as with your computers. So I'm just pressing it. So let's talk about the metaverse. I will just give a brief introduction because it is a really huge topic, but I will just want to make sure everybody knows about the metaverse. So it is actually a virtual world with users can interact, play, and experience as they would in the real world. So first, metaverse term can be found in Snow Crash novel. So after that, a better explanation has been done with Ready Player One novel. So after this novel, we analyzed and we saw that metaverse can be a really fantastic world and you can do whatever you want in there. So in 2018, they made a movie called Ready Player One. So in this movie, if you want to understand metaverse and immersive technologies, you have to watch this movie. It really shows you how people gonna use virtual reality technology and how they implement in their life. So this is a great example of this metaverse definition. But in real life, we have real metaverses, and they being, for example, Second Life is one of the examples of the metaverse, and they established Second Life in 2003. As you can see, in last 20 years, many people are working on the metaverse, but we are just talking metaverse in just 1 year, and this year it has been really popular, but most of the companies are working to improve the metaverse platforms. So why we are talking right now, as you can see, people try to develop their metaverses since 2000, but after Facebook changed their name as Meta, it has been really popular around the world. So an ecosystem has been occurred in terms of these developments. And why we are talking metaverse is this Horizon Worlds. Horizon Worlds, metaverse platform of Facebook. It is a virtual reality platform, and you can do whatever you want. You can build your own metaverse inside of this Horizon World system, and you can use it in your VR headset. So it's really it's becoming popular day by day. So what are these technologies? What are the immersive technologies we are using in metaverses? So first, extended reality, and secondly, blockchain technology, and thirdly is artificial intelligence. Why we are talking about extended reality? Because it's really the metaverse platforms are depend on XR technologies. That's why I became a metaverse platform coordinator, because we were making research about the XR technologies since 2016. So after metaverse have been popular, so we became metaverse developers. So especially virtual reality is one of the game changers in metaverse. So if you want to talk about the metaverse, you have to talk about the virtual reality. Sometimes augmented reality and mixed reality is becoming popular because of the meta, because they are confusing people about the augmented reality technologies and virtual reality technologies. For short, virtual reality is completely different platform. Augmented reality is just you can see physical worlds with 3D models. So you can see, for example, a temple in your desk. So this is augmented reality. But if you want to live inside this temple, you have to use your VR headsets. So they are completely different technologies, but many people doesn't have VR headsets. That's why augmented reality becoming more popular than virtual reality right now. There's a video, we can watch this. This is how Meta thinks about the future of the metaverse. This is a short video. As you can see, there are some holograms and people have some 3D avatars, 3D heads in there. They are playing chess with the other guys around the world. They are showing that we are using mixed reality, augmented reality, and real life. But my idea is that this is not a metaverse. This is completely different technologies. If you want to talk about the metaverse, it's my opinion, you have to use virtual headsets, VR headsets. Yes, we can pass through that. This is why we are talking about the technologies. First, some companies coming to the world and saying that we will change the world, we will make everything digital, but it's changing very slowly right now. Technology is going fast, but people can't afford to buy these technologies quickly. So it is just a video demonstration. So we are just seeing that. So we are getting excited about it. After that, we get this technology. It's changing the world. So another important step in terms of the metaverse is blockchain. As you know, we are changing we are in the changing phase. We are passing from Web 2 to Web 3. It's changing quite fastly because, as you know, some people complain about the sharing their personal information with the social media companies. So social media companies stopped sharing their information, and Web 3 has become more popular because in Web 3 we are using blockchain technology. Blockchain technology is basically a peer-to-peer computer network. So you don't need huge companies. You are just sharing internet and information with all around the world's users. So you are just keeping your information to yourself. So if the companies doesn't get your information, they can share. So Web3 will be more popular day by day, and some metaverse platforms are using this technology because people don't want to use Web2 companies. They just ignore it. For example, new Generation Z don't use Facebook right now. Older generations are just using Facebook because they don't want to share their information with these companies because they are earning money from that, but they don't give any money to the users. So Web3 will be quite important in terms of the metaverse. In the future, metaverses maybe will build on these technologies, but right now it is just a baby phase. It is just at the beginning of the Web3. So we will see more developments in terms of this technology. And lastly, why we are talking about metaverses is artificial intelligence. It is quite important, I think. People don't talk about the artificial intelligence and metaverse that much, but I think it will be revolutionary because imagine that in terms of cultural heritage, you are just building a temple and it's metaverse platform. You put a metaverse platform and some guidance, some NPC, we call NPC this guys. For example, when you create a character, which is not a user, we call it NPC, non-player characters in gaming field. So it will stay there, and when you enter this temple, it will tell you the story of the temple. So you will understand that this temple, how it works, and history of this temple, and information about it, which civilization are built this temple, or etc. And second important use of artificial intelligence in metaverse will be real-time translation. With real-time translation, you can chat with other people without knowing their language. For example, I can talk with a Chinese person or English person or French person with my language, and they can see this text with their language, so they don't need to know Turkish, or I don't need to know French. So this will destroy the language barrier. So it will be a more user-friendly platform when every metaverse platform use this technology in their system, especially spatial IO, which I sent you, which we will go there, are using this technology. When you're talking about something, some subtitles coming through your head, and other people can see your words in their language. So this is huge technology, I think, because most of the people don't know every language. So you have to use this technology to improve it. And why we are talking about the metaverse right now? It is the most important part of this generation change. Everything is changing right now, and we are in the middle of the digital transformation, and it will go fast because generation Z and Alpha are using these technologies since they are baby. So when you create something about them, you have to use gamification, you have to use games, you have to use digital asset to teach them about the history, about the course, any course. If you don't do that, they are getting bored easily. So education system has to change from the beginning because of this generation change. For example, in the right-hand side, there's a picture of the girl. Her name is Selin, and she's 8 years old. And while we are showing our projects in some of the events, she came to us and she said, I want to use this headset. But we said, no, this is for adults, don't use it. And after that, she came again and again. And after that, we said, okay, you can use it. And we put the VR headset to her head. After that, she used it without instruction, without any effort from us. She just used like a mobile phone. So we understood that this generation is thinking differently, and they have lots of capability to use new technologies. So we have to focus on that. For example, Nike is one of the companies around the world use one of these metaverse platforms to reach this audience. For example, Generation Z, who burned since 2000, I think, if I don't remember wrongly. For example, if you are 20 years old, or you are now Generation Z, and they are using this technology quite easily. So if you want to reach them, if you want to talk with them, you have to use this technology. So a metaverse ecosystem has been occurred because of this new generation. As you can see, there are many companies who are focusing on the metaverse right now, and some of them centralized and some of them decentralized. Decentralized mean they are building their metaverse platform on blockchain technology. So, for example, Decentraland is one of the most popular ones, and they are always growing. The different companies coming this table every day. So it's changing quite fast. Rec Room is one of these metaverses which can use virtual reality headset. You can visit it from your computer, from your mobile phone. You can try how it works. And if you want to visit some blockchain-based metaverse, Decentraland is one of the world's first metaverse platforms that built on blockchain technology. And spatial IO is recently quite successful, I think, we are going after this presentation. I will show you how it works, and it can be used with virtual reality headset also. So what we have done about the metaverse, we created a Turkish metallurgy museum with our researchers. As you know, part of cultural heritage, we have to use these technologies because, for example, mythology is not a physical field. It's just abstract forms. So you have to show new generations how we use these historical characters and how the mythology works. So when you make 3D models and 3D environments, you can easily tell, teach your students with this kind of content. After that, we developed it and we create this version of museum. So this is still prototyping session, but we used Unreal to create this platform. It's still in development phase. As you can see, it's more realistic, and you can see every characters from the Turkish mythology from there. So people can understand better and they can realize it when they see the abstract characters in as 3D model. So after this one, we started our Metaverse project, and it is our virtual campus right now. It started with this. So we created one of our historical buildings in Davutpaşa campus, Yıldız Teknik Üniversitesi Davutpaşa campus. And we made some classes and we did it realistic. But after we made some research with our students, they said they don't want to see real models in digital worlds. So we changed this project and we did completely different platform, which is called Starverse. It is active right now. You can visit it and you can see our world there. As you can see, this was the previous one. This is the latest version of our metaverse. And as you can see, we have a museum, we have an exhibition hall inside our metaverse, we have library, and we have classes to give lectures. And last October, we gave first lectures with our rector. We just created a class and we invited our students from their houses and their computers. They entered this class and our rector gave the first lesson. As you can see, all of them are avatars, and we use 3D models to make our courses more interactive and more exciting. So after that, we created, for example, a different environment. You can teleport whole class to the previous times. For example, this is too early version of our community. As you can see, it is fields and some environment that shows old houses and old environments. So students can understand better how the recent history works and how the people living while they are in farm fields. So yeah, as long as this is our works and metaverse, if you want further questions, you can use this mail and my social media accounts, so you can reach me if you want to talk about something. Thank you for listening.
Thank you very much, dear Ertan Toy. would you like us to enter to this metaverse that you shared with us?
Okay.
This Egyptian link without even registering, right? Because
Yeah,
I did.
you can join, I think, to the field. I will share the screen so the recording can continue from here. So I am just joining there right now.
So, what shall we do? Please guide us.
You can use the link. I'm sharing
there.
again. Just click it and join the metaverse. That's all.
And that's it. Okay.
Yeah, just write your name, so we can understand that you.
I think I did. I did write my name. Say
Okay.
something. Hello. Okay.
Your field is cultural heritage. That's why I choose that kind of metaverse scene. There are lots of scenes there that you can use, but this is just one of them. As you can see, we can create a completely different environment. This is Egyptian field, so we can create whatever we want. You are just using 3D models and you are creating some environment and you can import here. So it's completely free, by the way. If you have some 3D models of ancient places, temples, or whatever, you can just create your environment in some 3D modeling program and you can upload it to here. And that's all. You have your own metaverse, so people can visit. You can put some information about the historical places, and there's a microphone open. I think it says some voice coming.
Let me check.
So yeah, this is a virtual reality supported metaverse platform. You can just visit it. You can just randomly see whatever you want to see. So in this technology help us to understand much better. For example, when we see this kind of monuments, you can't understand it with photographs, but in here you can live inside of this I don't know what is the name, temple or whatever building and structure. And for example, we are using right now our computers, but if you use your headset, the experience are getting much better because when you use your headset, when you put this headset to your head, you are just living wherever you are, and you are just teleporting yourself to this metaverse platform. So it is more immersive, it is more user-friendly, I think. So we have to use this technology to create our environment. If you have questions, you can ask, by the way.
When someone claps, I think that sound is, you know, we hear that sound from your microphone or from my microphone. Yes.
Yeah. You can chat here from here as well as here. You can write down. You can chat here. My microphone is just closed right now, but you can use it.
Mm-hmm.
And you can give information about the historical ancient field. And for example, they put some different kind of information here, but imagine that this is a museum about Egyptian mythology or history. So you can put videos, some photos from there. You can create photogrammetric 3D models like these monuments. You can just do a photogrammetry and put this to the metaverse. So people can visit. You can give lectures there. You can make presentations. You can show your students how it works, something. You can add some animated 3D models to show much better places. This is not very well, by the way. You can do much better version of this one. This is just a simple version. Yeah. Metaverse like this.
I have one question. How do you load the environment? What kind of file formats does it accept?
It is FBX and GLTF, I think. It's just easy. I'm just leaving right now to show you how it is easy. For example, if you want to create your metaverse, you are just joining with your mail. So it gives you some options, create a space. You are just creating a space. And there are some ready spaces, but if you want to use your own 3D models, you are just uploading here. And when you add your model, it just shows you the whole environment there. So it's just one click. It's not that hard. So everybody can now create their own metaverse platform. We are using this technology.
So what is it you're loading? Is it a mesh, texture mesh?
It is FBX or GLTF model.
FBX.
Yeah,
FBX. It does take FBX. Okay.
Yeah, FBX, GLTF models. So there are lots of file formats you can see from there. There is a support page there, so you can see which formats they are accepting. But generally, we use GLTF formats.
I think we do have quite a few. We hit a bump in the Metaverse road. Reload. Anyhow, we do have a number of FBX models we could play with. I think we have one of the Panagia Church. We have one of the Madeira huts, the Madeira house.
Actually, they should be low poly. You can't use high poly models there. They should be low poly, and the file size limit, I think, 100 megabytes. If your file higher than 100 megabytes, system doesn't accept it. And the polygon count was 100K, if I don't remember wrongly. So if your model is low poly, you have no problem with use this system.
We even have a Panagia Parametia model. I'm not sure about the measure of that. Anyhow, this is an interesting
you can try it.
we can try, not now because it takes time. I mean, loading 90 megabytes and that's not something we want to do now, but maybe we can try it out in one of the future classes or environments, Boda. Especially with the VR glasses. So because that is the thing, right? Trying these environment with the goggles on.
For example, we are right now, we are still developing our metaverse. So when we create something, we are just uploading it to this system and trying it in the VR headset. So it is quite easy and takes 5 minutes to make it. So we are always using right now the Spatial IO. It's quite a useful website.
Okay, thank you very much. Now, if anyone has questions, we never left Zoom, so that's good. So if anyone has questions related to the Spatial IO and the Metaverse, we can take some questions and comments from the audience. Anyone who would like to say anything, just turn on the mic. We're not many people. Turn on the microphone and the camera and speak up.
So I think there is no question.
Not yet. Maybe with further trials by actually logging in, because it doesn't allow you to do, for instance, to use the chat without logging in officially. No, maybe the sound sharing can also be available after you log in, I assume. Yeah, we will try that.
Yeah, instead of Zoom, you can use the Metaverse platform to meet. So it's easy. You can import some presentation, you can import some videos and photos to show the audience. So it can be useful.
For instance, for the presentations, do we use these boards that are floating around right now in this environment that you shared with us? So there is an option to upload a presentation on that surfaces, I assume, right?
Yeah. There's an options, and you are just putting wherever you want. It can be stay in air. You can put a wall. So it depends to you. But you can design whatever you want. So it is recently we just love it. The system, it's working great.
Okay. Well, so far so good. Thank you very much, Ertan Toy, for sharing this presentation and for this introduction to Metaverse, which I haven't been to before. So it was really useful to me. So very briefly, shall we proceed with the what we have been doing with IDE4X, our Erasmus Plus project? If I can briefly share with you what we have been doing, if I may.
Okay.
In a second. Sorry. Share screen, share screen, share screen. So this is full page, right? You're seeing it full page, I hope, in the presentation mode.
Yes,
So,
yes, it's full page.
Okay, so our project is an Erasmus Plus project co-funded by the European Union. And its topic is immersive design and new digital competencies for the rehabilitation and valorization of the built heritage. So the acronym is ID4X that we are using. So, as Alessandro Camitz mentioned before, so we have in total we are 8 partners. Politechnika Warszawska, so the Warsaw University, is our leading, the Faculty of Civil Engineering at Warsaw University of Technology is our leading partner. And we are cooperating, we are working all together with Centoform from Italy. They are a vocational and education training center. And from Ireland, we have the Association of Building Surveyors and Construction Experts. And from Portugal, we are with the University of Madeira. From Istanbul, Özyeğin University. And again, from Poland, our partner is Polish Association of Building Managers. And finally, from Italy, More. It's a digital technology company that we are working all together with. So what we have been, what is this project in a nutshell? Is that this project intends to digitalize and modernize the construction sector by updating skills and competencies through an inclusive approach to the built heritage intervention, by the utilization of new digital technologies and the combination of key enabling technologies, virtual reality, immersive interactive experience, and advanced 3D modeling. You will see on the site several images of the works that we have currently collaborated with or worked on. So this is the digitalization of Göbekli Tepe. As specific objectives, we are aiming at upgrading and innovating existing training programs with up-to-date immersive design methods and tools for the built heritage interventions with both virtual and dimensional environments, then time-based narrative and story space. We are also aiming to improve the effectiveness of teaching and learning through the application of these inclusive immersive design approaches. So here you see a part of the works analysis section that we have been conducting in the previous years as a summer school. Also, we are aiming at increasing the synergetic use of up-to-date technologies in an integrated way with a teamwork approach and personal development, increase the cooperation among educational institutions and enterprises in the EU for better employability. So this is an image you see from the VR experience in Cora. We have 4 intellectual outputs. So the first one was the comparative research on VR technologies applications for the rehabilitation and valorization of the built heritage. The second one is we have currently been working on, which we have, just recently finished working on, is the training modules for immersive design experts. And we will be working on next the IO3 digital training toolkit for immersive design experts. And finally, we're going to produce a report on pilot actions for immersive design experts. Here you see in the images from our summer school interventions, putting on the real-time image and the manipulation or enhancement or the suggestion of a digital layer on top. So to speak of the expected impacts are the increased digital skills using up-to-date and innovative ICT technologies and tools applied to construction, such as BIM immersive design techniques, 3D models production, and for managing rehabilitation, recovery, valorization, and conservation processes of existing building heritage and cultural heritage. So the focus of this project is using these immersive technologies for design and teaching, specifically on heritage sites, actually. So in addition to this innovative teaching and training approaches and methods, we are also aiming to spread the multi-stakeholder collaboration. So integration of an immersive design technique or immersive design techniques to the training and co-design and development of a joint LTT offer focused on the rehabilitation process is also another expected impact, while creating the extended network on building rehabilitation. Also, as a part of the EU-funded project, open source comparative research and training set creation is another expected impact that can be used by a very large number of indirect beneficiaries, for instance. So public stakeholders would be able to use a methodology for designing local policies on employment and skills acquirement, innovation in the building and construction sector. So in the first phase, we did this comparative research, and now I'm going to very briefly, mention those works that we have been working on regarding in order to mention this comparative research. For instance, one of the first of our case studies is the Kora Church immersive experience in Istanbul. Elias, Professor Elias worked on this Kora Church, and we further on collaborated in the virtual reality implementation of the Kora Church altogether. We also worked on Galata Waterfront in one of our workshops. We worked on city walls and urban tissues. We provided the digital survey of the area. Also, another cooperation was about the documentation and immersive replica of Göbekli Tepe via digital photogrammetry. And I mentioned the summer schools that we have been we have been conducting in the recent years. So international architecture and archaeology summer schools. We also, because in the past 2 years, we have conducted this summer school online due to the pandemics and environment. So we use this digital environment in order to work remotely or in order to work online, in order to cooperate online. And finally, documentation and preservation of Panayya Paramitia Church. We also have this digital survey, and then later on apply this the mesh and the input that we created into the VR environment. So you can further, maybe you have checked the QR codes on the site. You can go and check these studies further on. So this was the dissemination of our projects in a nutshell. Thank you very much for your attention. We cannot clearly hear you, Alessandro.
Hello, can you hear me?
That is slightly better.
Excellent. Very well done. If you can hear me,
Yes.
I'm going to take off the...
Yes, we can now.
Okay, so the purpose of these seminars, resonance group seminars, the purpose is to build a local Turkish, let's say, community of people in the field of immersive technologies, design, and heritage, in order to collect feedback on the project itself and build an extended network of scientific cooperation in the field in order to be able to implement these training modules we're working on right now. So we're designing a training undergrad and master level course, which is going to be called, what's it called? Experts in Immersive Design. And for now, we're in the design and planning phase, but later on, we're going to be implementing that as a training program, as an international training program. Also, it is, so we have these summer school programs. We could eventually, cooperate on those in the future with anyone who is interested. Moreover, we're looking into the option of organizing other seminars on the same field or topic, like the one we listened to today from Ertan. Thank you very much, Ertan. It was very interesting. All the way to the fall of 2023, when we will be organizing in Istanbul the multiplier event of IDE4X, which is going to be a one-day conference in Istanbul, in face-to-face, we hope, or hybrid, whatever, or maybe even inside the metaverse. We will see. Anyhow, where we will invite all the stakeholders, local Turkish stakeholders in the field of immersive technologies, to share their experience. And we have to build up the translation, the simultaneous translation for that event in Turkish as well. That is part of some of the outputs of our research will be translated in Turkish. Some of them are already available on the website of the research in English. I think the final one is going to be in Turkish. Only the final report actions, the intellectual output number 4, will be translated in Turkish. So we would like to hear from you at this point in relation to Metaverse, immersive technologies, IDE4X, future seminars, future cooperation, and so on. But any one of you, so starting from Özge all the way to Ömer Akbulut. Welcome, Ömer.
If I may, one of our aims was to combine design inside of the environments that we are actually creating. Okay, we have many scanned historical contexts. We already have them, but our students are mostly doing design activity, just considering them as their working area. But to combine this design with the context is usually happening in the 2 dimensions. So we are using drawings, they are preparing models, but we are all in the beginning of importing our models inside of those environments. So I think that Metaverse can be very helpful for us in terms of sharing the same environment, the same historical environment, and then importing different objects that our students are creating in the following phase. So in that terms, thank you very much for this nice introduction. It became very helpful for at least to have this idea how we can get benefit of that kind of platform in our studies. And also these open access libraries are very interesting. And slowly getting into understanding how it is working. And the link that you shared with us is also showing different environments created by different users, which is nice, because in different platforms like Sketchfab, the researchers are sharing their meshes prepared based on existing environments, like very historical areas. So that can be also very helpful for the future to work with our students in the areas that might be not documented by us, but by another researcher, which is working in another university. It can also be a kind of bridge for us to connect with the other people working on the same field. Thank you.
Yeah, I do have one point. Let's keep up the discussion. So, virtual reality, extended reality, immersive, what is it called? Augmented reality, mixed reality, you name it. What about Zoom? Is Zoom an immersive tool? We're actually interacting, all of us right now, on Zoom, as if we were inside a room altogether, and we're not. So I do believe Zoom is quite an immersive technology, and we use it all the time to do all sorts of things, including classes, lectures, reviews, duties. So it should not be undervalued as an immersive tool, in my opinion. You can do much more than that, like, whiteboard, sharing the whiteboard. You can create avatars in Zoom and appear with the face of a mouse. I'm not doing this because it's awful. It looks really bad. But it is quite an interactive, immersive technology, in my opinion. And moreover, we also experience right now today, thank you, Ertan, again, how we can move from Zoom to another immersive environment, such as the Metaverse, which is quite interesting also because it's online and it is accessible with your computer and most probably even with the cell phone. So people can interact using that platform as you do in a classroom, right? So especially during the lockdown, we all experienced how much these immersive technologies can help you keep the teaching and learning activity running without being in the classroom. So that's what it is all about. Immersive, the way I see it, immersive technology is any technology that allows you to pretend that you are in a place where you are not. But I would like to hear from Ertan. How do you, what do you mean by immersive technologies? Do you only include therein virtual reality, extended, augmented, or is there more to it?
Actually, virtual reality, for sure, will be more successful in terms of metaverse. But augmented reality gives us the to reach easily with mobile phones. So not everybody doesn't have VR headsets. So it's expensive for Turkish people, for example. But most of the people have some mobile phones and smartphones. So when you share some 3D model of an ancient building, you can share with your students or with your colleagues. They can see this model in their physical environment with these smartphones, but it is not that immersive. They can see the model, they can understand the structure of the building, but if you want some immersive experience, you have to use VR headset. So it is somehow it's connected to these technologies. So right now, AR is easily reachable. You can use it anywhere with any country, but if you want to make your students remember, and if you want to understand better, you have to use virtual reality in terms of the immersive technologies.
Yes, I would like to hear from our partners. Jose, University of Madeira, are you there? I need to leave, he's going.
Yes.
And Martin, but you want to say a few words?
Here. Jose is here.
Hello,
Jose?
Jose.
You were there.
He's
Oh,
gone.
he's gone.
And Martin Russell-Croucher, you want to say a few words, if you wish?
No, it's been very interesting, but on the degrees I'm working on, we're not really using AR or VR. So.
And so Omer is in the library, so he said he's not able to turn on the microphone. And Can Turkinan, are you there? Can Turkinan, are you there? Maybe he's not there. Ekin Sok-Sezen, are you there?
Yes, it was a great presentation. Thanks so much.
For further queries, I think, if anything, anybody's more interested or have any questions, Ertan Toy very kindly shared his email address as well, and we will keep in touch with him as well. So, if no other comments or questions.
We got one more. Ahu Gurlerak Denise, are you there?
Hello, yes, I'm here.
We're interested in your comments. We need to get some feedback from you guys. Do you think this is interesting? It's not interesting? It's useless? Let us know. Give us some feedback.
Okay, first of all, congratulations for your project, because I think it's very important in a ever-changing, digitally changing world. So this is from my point of view, this is a very interesting and important project, and integrating these areas with the building information modeling, I think is quite will be quite impactful for the built heritage. So I've just plugged in to the this presentation, so I missed the whole important part, I guess. But as far as I understand from the last few slides that Zeynep Ceylan presented, is quite valuable. Thanks for this possibility.
Thank you very much for these invaluable comments. Thank you. And we will keep in touch, hopefully.
I hope so too.
Yes, thank you to all. This has been recorded and live streamed. Let me share that again with you. So if you want to go back and listen to the whole thing, you can do that on YouTube. What I'm going to do now is stop.